Be ready for quite the Scorpio season, as the majority of the personal planets seem to be throwing a party in the sign. Mars, Mercury and the Sun will all be transiting through your 12th house this month. This can be a slightly uncomfortable house to have so many planets in. This is usually the place that deals with solitude and seclusion, and in November, it's definitely getting overcrowded. This marks a time when you may need to spend some time alone to process a lot of the emotions that came with the year's progression. A new year filled to the brim with blessings is just around the corner, but we cannot get to it without first taking care of the ghosts of 2021. Be gentle with yourself as you swerve around the supernovas of your psyche. A new you is about to be born in the coming year, and this is the last push toward that transformation. Mars, who, as we discussed, is in your 12th house, will be squaring Saturn for the last time this year. The warrior planet is to blame for many of the bumps of 2021, and having it make its previous move is quite an exciting event. Having it squaring your 3rd house indicates that one of the main reasons you need that time away from people is observing how you express yourself. This transit is about the subconscious trappings that you may fall for during conversations and arguments. There's a chance you've lost touch with a friend or a family member this year due to an unfortunate case of miscommunication. Now is the time to process where you were wrong in the situation, as there are always two sides to a story. Even if it's the case that your points are totally valid, this transit is less about the truth and more about how you deliver it. A student should never be blamed for not learning well enough. The teacher simply needs to get better at teaching. The new moon this month will be opposing Uranus in your 6th house. This transit is all about self-sacrifice in the service of others. Even though you may not feel like resisting it, there's a strong sense of duty here. You may be working from behind the scenes, which can make you feel unappreciated for all your efforts. Though there's a possibility, you could be right. The reward of this lunar cycle won't come from others but from the actual tangible results of your efforts, even if you may not be the one directly relishing in it. Be ready to be humbled by this month. An important thing to keep in mind is that this is a process that everyone has to go through at least a few times in their life, so be accepting. On the other end of November lies an abundance of opportunities for you to shine. The universe is tearing down the layers of your persona that do not serve you anymore. This method is unpleasant but necessary. The full moon of the month happens in your 7th house, and this one is quite special. This is the last eclipse of the Gemini-Sagittarius cycle, and I'm sure you'll be glad to know that it is over. This series of eclipses that started in September of 2020 has a considerable focus on your identity and intimate relationships. This last one happening in your 7th house marks the final push of a drought in your romantic life. There could be some tension around this area still, but know that anything that happens around this time will never happen again in your lifetime, quite literally. Eclipses are big karmic points in life. With that being said, this marks the clearing out of karmic debt, so get ready for a fresh start in your love life. Venus and Uranus will also be trine on the same day as the eclipse. This transit happens in your 2nd and 6th house. This illustrates the possibility for big wins amidst the losses and challenges of this month. Venus transiting the 2nd house makes for the gain of luxuries and money, especially since Uranus is in the sign ruled by the goddess of beauty. This will come when you're least expecting, and it will probably be the collateral of some minor unlucky event. This will be a very much needed boost in morale, so take the good with the bad. Ending the month with have a Mercury Cassini transiting through your 1st house. This signifies that the worst is over, and the cycle ahead is one of speed and motion. Mercury in the 1st place makes for independence and intellectual mastery. Especially as these qualities are illuminated by the Sun in a sign ruled by Jupiter, this will make for grandiose outbursts of self-love and faith. Going ahead, there's only looking up towards the light, and Mercury will make sure that you continue to make steady progress. The storm is really over. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumb up if you liked the video. Subscribe our YouTube channel not to miss the next video horoscope. Visit our website GoToHoroscope.com where you can find actual horoscope for today. Download our apps from Google Play and App Store to have your daily horoscope always on hand.